Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I just want to give an update on the wok that I seasoned a few months back. Firstly, this is how it looks like. You can see that although the patina is still there, it isn't as perfect anymore, especially towards the rim of the wok where it has almost completely peeled. I have reapplied the patina a few times now, focusing mainly on the bottom side because that's where most of the cooking is done. And I'm gonna re-season it today as well. But before I get to that, let me just tell you about my experience using it these few months. Firstly, we talk about the cooking part. Obviously, this has been a joy to use. Because of the non-stick properties and the thinness of the wok gets hot very fast, which is very useful in cooking. This means that I get to cook faster and I use less gas. I would also like to think that the quality of my stir fries have also improved. This is because of the high conductivity of the wok. I'm able to smoke the ingredients when cooking in small amounts. That is, I'm able to cook at a very high consistent heat. I've also cooked mala dishes with this and braised dishes as well. The only thing that I could not or should not cook are acidic dishes. There was this one time my dad was stir frying vegetables and he added a little bit of vinegar. The veggies were left in the wok for a few hours and it almost completely peeled off the patina, revealing the blue magnetite under. Another thing that I've noted is that although this is a seasoned wok, because I'm still using a standard home gas burner, when I crowd the wok, which is slightly like more than half the wok, right, the temperature plummets and you lose that wok hay. Also, if you pack the wok, it becomes too heavy to toss. This 28-inch wok, I can barely toss, and even when I toss, right, I take it off the heat and toss it using my legs rather than my forearm, as you would with a frying pan. Usually, I just rock it on the stove and push using the ladle. If you are cooking for no more than 4 people, I would recommend getting a size smaller, which is about 26-inch. The non-stick part has been very useful as well. It's non-stick for the most part, except with some meats and at some spots which the patina have peeled off. In which case it still comes off relatively easily with some scrubbing. Speaking of scrubbing, I want to talk about cleaning, which is a big part as well. Because of the non-stick properties, this wok is usually really easy to clean. When cooking something not as messy like fried rice, I usually only use running water to remove the debris and then go over it with a sponge. Then I put it on the stove and then burn it until it's bone dry. This has two purposes. One is to make it as dry as possible so that there's no water to cause rusting. And secondly is to sanitize the wok. Then when it's dry, I spoon over some oil and rub it and leave it on the stove. There are some times, however, where the cooking gets really messy and I kind of have to use dish soap to get it really clean. This inevitably eats away at the patina and then I'll have to re-season it again. So let's get into that right now. Today we're using the same method. We're going to burn thin layers of oil onto the wok to form the patina. I'm not going to go through all of that, I've already done so in the previous video. Things that I will mention are that make sure your kitchen is really well ventilated, because this produces a lot of smoke. There was this one time in the past few months when I decided to re-season my wok after supper. So I cooked some simple supper and I re-seasoned it, and then it felt like I was in Silent Hill. And the second thing that I want to highlight is the technique in seasoning your wok well. You have to heat up the part of the wok until it smokes rigorously. So if you apply oil onto the surface and it doesn't really smoke like this, that means the part of the wok is not hot enough. Using my standard home gas burner, this took about a minute to 2 to get it to the point where I'm happy with it, such that when you rub the oil on it, it smokes and it darkens almost in front of your eyes. Because of the weight of the wok, right, it might be very difficult to really get to some spots because you have to tilt at an awkward angle and hold it there for like, 5 minutes? So normally those parts around the rims are the hardest to get like completely black. This time it took me about 45 minutes to an hour to get the wok to look like this. And one thing that probably surprised me is that even though the patina might wear off and isn't perfect, right, the non-stick properties are still pretty decent. For example, at the start of this video where I was cooking the fried rice, the wok was in probably one of the lousiest condition it has been in these few months. I just wanted to have this like lousy condition to show you how it can wear down. And even in that state, it was still non-stick towards the egg that I put in. So yeah, all in all, I think that this is a really nice thing to have in the kitchen if you are someone that home cooks a lot. Contrary to what I said in the first video, the maintenance of this wok is actually not that much. Compared to a non-stick wok which supposedly has lower maintenance, but when it kind of breaks, right, when it kind of loses its non-stick properties, right, there's no way of getting that back already. And I think I've probably cooked the best fried rice I ever had in this wok. So yeah, I will highly recommend this to anyone who is serious about home cooking. I think it's a great tool to have. And that is also all I have for you guys this time. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and subscribe if you want to see more food content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
That boy is Benny Hanna.